Hi guys, welcome back to Android and Coding. In this video we are going to make our translator app. So without wasting time, let's start. So first of all, we have to paste the required dependency for that we required for this app. So I already kept in notepad, so we copy this and just paste it on a build.gradle module level, and here I am going to paste it. See, here we are using the library for retrofit, JSON converter and material spinner. So three libraries we are using. So sync now. Done. Okay, now we required some drawable files. That drawable files you can get easily from their Android vector asset. Here like that image asset, here vector asset, and you can search the icons like a mic icon and copy text like that, but I already have, so I just copy this and I will paste this on inside my drawable folder. Okay, then now we have to design the layout. So layout designing is not a big deal. Simply I will give you the activity XML code, just some edit text and a button required. So I already copied it from my previous project, so I am just copying this. You can also copy the same thing I will give you. If you want to make it more attractive, then you can customize it later. So see, this is our UI. Here we enter the edit text. User will select the language and use this. When user press the translate button, the translated text will be display here. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to create a model class. Exactly what we are doing, we are using our own server, Python server, that is made with the Flask, and we are not using any paid API, not a single rupees we are going to pay any third party for this type of feature. Like if you use Google Translate and other, they have subscription model, so I don't think that is a good idea to pay money. So I will give you the Python source code in only 99 rupees, and it is lifetime free. You can host it, and how many types of request means no limit in number of requests. You can request multiple unlimited requests to this server. You have to just only host it. So let's see the server. So my server is running in this port. Here this, you can see this is my server endpoint, and using Postman when I hit this server with two query parameter. One is language, that is the text that is being translated into another language, and destination, which language you want to translate this text into. So you can see that here the language I given hello, and it is translated into Hindi, because destination will provided HI, that is a code for Hindi. So that's it for the API, that we are using our own API, and let's integrate it with our Android project. So copy this JSON response from here, and just create another package called new Kotlin data class from JSON. Here you can give any name, trans data. So this is our model class generated. Now we have to create a retrofit class. So for best practice, we will create a package API. Inside we create a retrofit interface. So here we will create our function, interface function. So type get translated, you can give any name, translated text, and annotate with it is a get request. And our endpoint will be we have to see the URL. So this is our end base point. Here we have to write the query parameters at the rate. So first parameter is language, lang. Here we can type source take any meaningful name you can give, though it is a type of string. Here also second parameter will be query parameter, that is for destination language. So dest, you can give a dest language, which is also type of string, and return type will be call type translate data. This is the done, our interface is ready. And make sure thing that here that query parameter lang and dest you type is correctly matched with this keys. Okay, if you know retrofit, then you should have idea. So now create a YouTube builder class for initializing the retrofit object. Okay, so here we are create a companion object. RESTful retrofit by lazy retrofit dot builder dot base URL. We will provide the base URL a little bit later. Just check. Let's complete this first. Add JSON converting factor. JSON converting factory. Create dot build. Now come to the outside of this object, and here we will type well API by lazy retrofit dot create, and here we will pass our interface API interface class.java. So done. Now base URL. So when you get the source code from me and mm, yeah, so when you run this code, there will be a local http URL that is running on your server. So copy that thing, okay, copy it and just paste it with the one, this sign, hash sign, sorry, not hash, I forget the name, sorry. Now come to the main activity here. So check view binding is enabled or not enabled. So we have to enable the view binding, build the features. Yeah, this one. Just copy it and paste here in inside your Android block and sync the project and come to the main activity. Let the Gradle build finish. See how this is, they shown how can you use it. So let init var binding main activity binding, yeah, come to here, binding is equal to activity main binding dot inflate layout inflator here, binding dot root, correct. Now for testing purpose, let's come to the main activity. So this is the place where user will enter the text. So we have to get this text, okay, and this button is for translating the text to another language. So let's start. So here we will make a function that will actually perform the network call, make that will help us to translate the text through retrofit API fun. Make network call, and this will take two parameter. One is language, that text language that to be converted into another language, and the destination language, which in which language you want to convert this text, okay. So lang just lang, so here we will use retrofit to YT dot API dot get translated text. Here we will pass the lang, and here we will pass the dest lang. We will enqueue this. So we will type enqueue and press Ctrl Shift space, and it will auto suggest, just enter it, okay. Now just remove this to do line. Now here we will check if response is successful. If response is successful, then we will set the text in our this text box. What is the id? Edit text translated. Okay, binding edit text translated dot set text, from where we will get the text. We will get it from the response dot body translated. Correct. Let's add and when it is filled, we will handle this case later. So here when button is clicked, but binding dot translate button let me check the id first. Convert text, binding convert text set on click listener. If edit text, if we will check if user entered any data or not. If they not entered any data in the text field, then no need to make the network call. So we will check this, the user entered some data or not. So binding edit text enter get text. Is if empty, if it is not, is the not the case. So when user entered any data in this text field, if they don't you entered any data, so this condition is true. So when it is true, we don't want to perform this condition. So suppose user, we don't want to perform the network call. Suppose user entered some data, so this condition is false. Okay, false. So it is false. So here we can make a change operator that which convert that boolean into false true. And here if we want now convert the network, make the network call. Now destination language, we have to take it from this field. To string, and for checking purpose I am manually passing here hi Hindi just for testing purpose. Later we will use spinner and initialize this spinner also. So everything is done. Let's run this app and just, hey guys, before running we need to add something, that is network security config, because we are using running this server in local and we are requesting from local, so we have to add a network security config XML file here. So create new XML resource file, network config. Okay, and here just copy all it and paste it. I will give this in description also, or I will attach notepad, this notepad text in description. Link will be given, and in this description, in this notepad text file you will find this also. Okay, so after After defining the network server security config, we have to add it in manifest. Okay, so open manifest here somewhere. Add network network security config. Okay, now done. Hey guys, so before running this app on the device, you must add this permission, internet permission on manifest, because if this permission is not added, it will not work the app. So I already added the internet permission and I already installed the app on the phone. It is running here. Now we will test it is working or not. So I have entered here, hello, how are you, and press the translate button. So it is working fine. So in this next part of this video, we will explain I will explain this how to init this make functional this spinner, where user can select the languages that he want to convert it, and also we will make functional this mic button and speak button and this copy text. So stay tuned for the next part. If you have any question, any doubt, then you can feel free to ask me on the details given below